So you don't know how to cook, and you don't know how to clean, and you still want to get married? How dare you? What is your wife gonna come home to a dirty house and no food?
I don't know what married woman needs to hear this. Actually, I do. It's like 50% of the married women on this app. Never wanting to bang your husband and then coming on here to make fun of that fact isn't a flex. Why brag about the fact that you're a wife?
So I took my boys out to eat last night. Went out, sat down at the restaurant. A few minutes later, a really attractive waitress came up to me. And she was flirting with me. She was like hinting that she was single, like a single mom. Even told me her work schedule. Like was asking me questions. Started interacting with my kids and was like phenomenal with them. She was like squatted down talking to my 3-year-old on his level. I mean, it was pretty awesome. I thought, man, this girl's not only beautiful, but she's really sweet. And I know how waitresses like to get tips and stuff like that, but it just felt different than most of the time, like when I go out somewhere. So I decided I was going to ask her out. So before we left, I asked her out, and her response was, "Oh, no." I said, "Oh, do you have a boyfriend?" She goes, "No, I'm just not interested. But you guys seem really cool, though." I don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, I've been flirted with on TikTok. Actually, hasn't been much in a while because I'm just not as active anymore. But I've been flirting on with TikTok quite a bit. But in real life, it doesn't happen. Every time I give a girl my number, like, not long ago, I went out with a couple friends, saw this girl I thought was attractive. She was with 2 other friends. I gathered the courage and I had written my name and number on a napkin. Gathered courage. I walked over, introduced myself to all of them, bought them all drinks, and gave the girl my number. You know, introduced myself to her specifically, and she just kept turning and looking all night before we left, and never got a text. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I see these guys who are just pieces of shit. They do drugs, drug dealers, no job, no license, no motivation. They cheat, they abuse the girls that they're with, but yet these women get stuck on them. I don't understand it. Like, I'm not really out, I don't want to fix somebody, but God, it would be nice just to have a date for the first time in a while, you know? Like, get to know somebody and like really get to know somebody. I'm just blown away. I called my best friend. I said, I give up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, I'll be 35 in October, and I have been single for the better part of 3.5 years. And women don't approach me before you say, let it come to you. They don't. It's so rare. I've tried online dating. That doesn't work either. The only people that would match with me are people like women with OnlyFans who want me to subscribe.
It's one thing I can't believe, and that's how have the nerves to slide in your DMs, but then have the audacity to be ugly as fuck. Like, make it make sense, baby. At this point, it's getting a little disrespectful.
No.
You love me, give me all this money, be my sugar daddy.
Rating the reasons I'm being evicted out of my apartment. Explosives being lit off on the property. I give this one a 7 out of 10 because it's about fireworks that were lit off across the street from my property, and there's no proof that we did it, but I do like my landlord's intuition in immediately assuming it was us, and it shows that we know how to party. Noise complaints. I give this one a 2 out of 10 because it was a huge oversight for my landlord to let 2 21-year-olds live here and not expect it to be a frat house, and because it shows that they let other tenants in who are super lame. Harassing other tenants. I give this one a 10 out of 10 because I thought that the wording was a very creative way to just say that we were being noisy, and also the ingenuity and just finding one more reason to kick us out blows my mind. Lastly, the wording was very, very eloquent in just making us seem like menaces to society. Having more than 3 people on our porch. I give this one a negative 12 out of 10 just because there's no reason that they should have rented this apartment if the balcony can't handle 3 people standing on it.
Is it?
Stop looking at my shit.
She might be angry.
Is it? Yeah.
She said stop looking at my shit.
I didn't know that was your style. Birdie Jody, he's my friend. What country is he from? What country is he from?
England.
I am absolutely batshit crazy, but my throat game, immaculate. High risk, high reward.
Genuine question, why are some guys intimidated by strong women? When I mean strong, I mean opinionated, who are advocates, who have something to say, who have a lot to say, who are not afraid, who are stubborn. Like, why?
The fuck up. Let him lay all the cards out there for you so that you can figure out what his intentions are. Never ask a guy what his intentions are. Let him show you. Is he going to give you a 3-carat ring? Is he going to give you a house in your name? Is he going to give you a car? Is he going to make sure that your next 3 generations are provided for? Otherwise, why are you wasting time playing house with literally a boy? Are you 12 years old? Come on.
She's looking for her husband. You are? What's your credit score? Really?
Tell me your man doesn't want other men flirting with you without telling me. Oops, my heart went. Make his pockets hurt. What I looked like when I met my boyfriend.
Hi, Dan. I just moved in next door. I'm a supermodel.
I don't care who the IRS sends. I am not paying taxes.
Draco. So. She made me clap.
There's no one else quite like my mom.
I was in the rehearing section or rehearing docket of child support court the other day. It's where a judge hears a case a second time after a magistrate's already made a ruling. If one of the parties is dissatisfied with what happened before the magistrate, they can ask a judge to hear it, a new judge, and that judge will consider it again and make a new ruling. Problem is, it takes about 6 to 9 months to get into that court, that rehearing court. Well, this one guy was in there representing himself, and I was sitting there waiting for my turn, and I was listening to the guy up there, and the judge looked down at him and said, "Sir, are you sure you want to go forward with this rehearing, or you just want to be satisfied with what the magistrate did?" Turns out the magistrate had set child support at about $450. Problem was, that was about 6 or 7 months ago. He had a new job now making more money. He wanted his day in court a second time, and he got it. Judge raised his child support to $600. Sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut.
Hello? Hello?
I don't want to talk.
But dang, how you doing today?
Good, I don't want to talk.
Why you always tell me that?
Because I don't like talking to you. I don't like talking to you.
But you won't even let me ask the question before you try to answer.
You just said, how are you? You just said, how are you?
Oh my goodness, Demi, why you so rude to your daddy?
I don't like talking to you.
But that doesn't give you a reason to be rude. You gotta honor your mother and your father, sweetheart.
Okay, I don't want to talk.
I get that much, but you don't have to be rude about it.
I said I don't want to
I
talk.
know that. I heard you the first 4 times, but you still need to stop being rude. That's the whole thing about it.
I'm telling you something and you're not listening.
Because I'm the parent, you can't tell me nothing. That's the thing.
I can express my feelings.
You definitely can, but you can do that without being rude as well. That's the whole thing. That's the key.
Okay.
You don't be rude and you don't be disrespectful. Okay, but you don't have to talk over me either. But you don't have to talk over me. So if you don't want to talk and you're going to talk over me, you could just be quiet and let me say what I got to say. You get that from your mama. But I love you and I miss you anyway.
Bye-bye.
just a little bit of real talk for a minute. If you're gonna talk to a single mom or date a single mom, I hope that you have real intentions with that person. Because when we get heartbroken, we don't just get to choose to come home and be alone. We have to smile when it's time to pick the kids up from school. And we have to put them to bed, and we have to be happy mom. And when y'all come into our lives, playing games or messing with us, it makes our lives 100 times harder. Don't mess with single moms.